Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Cat on a Sofa. And today we have the Infinity Saga box set. I've been meaning to do this one for just a little bit, but yeah, it's a lot of work to do this one, and as a result, I've just been putting it off because it's quite big and yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that I'm lazy, but it is a bit of effort to do an entire box set like this. I wanted to do something special today, and so I decided to do it. So I think we should crack on with it, don't you? So, is this worth £400? Ugh, I think I think we should discuss it. Back last year, was it last year? Oh, no, a few years back. Let's just say a few years ago. I wasn't collecting the steelbooks at all. I think I had like one or two. I think I just had like a random Thor Ragnarok steelbook. And I decided that I wanted this. I had it pre-ordered for like it got announced in like April for a November release or something like that. This is the UK version, not the American version, as you could probably guess by my accent. The American one, from what I saw, was nicer in some ways and less nice in other ways. I think it might have had a nicer box, but I'm not entirely sure. I have very many mixed feelings about this. Uh, and yeah, put it this way, there is a reason I started to collect the steelbooks, other than the fact that I've become steelbook obsessed lately. I, I think we should just have a closer look. So like, it is a rather nice set, and it's all of the Infinity Saga on 4K, which is the main reason I wanted it because. Wow, it's also quite dusty. It gets very dusty, and I probably should dust it more, but I digress. Yeah, I hadn't got the steelbooks, and I didn't have them on Blu-ray hardly at all. I did have some of the phase, like the little phase 1, 2, 3 and part 2 box sets, but I wanted them on 4K. I wanted the entire MCU on 4K because it looks better, obviously, and so I pre-ordered this thing. And then Mondo announced theirs, and they announced the phase 1, and I was like, yeah, I don't need it. That's a regretful decision, because if I'd have just decided to start collecting them there and then, I wouldn't have gone through so much stress trying to get the Ironman one. So yeah, and then they announced the phase 2 ones in like at the start of the year sometime. I was looking on Xavier, and I was like, I kind of want them, so I ordered like 9 off there, and once I did that, I went nuts, and I had to get like 5 more off Amazon Germany, and then let's have a closer look at this thing. So it comes in a nice big acrylic case. I mean, this thing is a monster. It does make a very, very nice display piece, I will say that. But I I can't help but think it's just a little bit too much cardboard, and that's my main problem. For £400, it's not quite good enough. It's too much cardboard, it's too fragile, and I mean, when it, of the few times I've done like a complete Marvel rewatch using this, I take the movies out in big clusters of like 6 or 7, purely because I don't like opening it. And uh, if I'm so worried about damaging something, I'm scared to open it. Then I think there's something wrong. It's like whenever I do a post on Instagram, and I need, or before I got all the steelbooks, if I wanted to use like one of these films in a themed challenge or something, I would actively not use them, purely because I was scared to damage them, and I think that something is wrong there. So yeah, but let's go through them one by one. So we have Ironman. They are in digipacks. They are slightly better than the American ones from what I saw of those. The discs just kind of slotted into cardboard sleeves, which is just not good. Like, I've never been a fan of those, especially with the 4K discs, because they are a bit more temperamental, right? So, you have an outer slip for each one with the movie name and a picture on the back and a picture there, and there's a quote on each one of them, so I shouldn't be alive unless it was for a reason. And then you have the standard Blu-ray and 4K. So I mean, for £400, at one point I did do the math on it and decide that it was definitely worth it, but I don't know. I don't think the packaging is quite good enough. So we have the Incredible Hulk smash, of course he does. We have a nice picture of Hulk there. I mean, the photos, everything about them, it's good. It's just not great. And that's my biggest problem. It's that I don't think it was quite worth what I paid for it. Not £400. And I started getting the steelbooks, but look, like straight away, there's damage on that one, and I've only ever opened it a handful of times. They're too fragile. So we have Iron Man 2. I already told you I don't want to join your secret boy band, says Tony Stark. And anyway, so yeah, I'm collecting the steelbooks, and I only need 2 now. Although I don't have all of the 4K steelbooks because I have this, and I don't think I will commit to getting all the steelbooks on 4K unless Mondo do eventually do their wave number 3. Yes. So we have Thor. If the lighting's not very good on this, I do apologise. I'm getting an awful lot of sun, and I can't do much about that until I get a ring light, and yeah. So we have Thor. Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. So yeah, they're pretty good. They're just not as good as I would like. So next up we have Captain America, the First Avenger. And the quote for this one, I can do this all day. Yeah, they've been quite good with choosing the quotes, must say. So, I mean, it has been made with some love, just not quite enough, I don't think. Avengers Assemble, arguably one of the best films even now. Man, could you imagine if this didn't take off? If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn well sure we'll avenge it. So there's Avengers Assemble. And then we have Ironman 3, a bit of a black sheep in this one. Also, is this a Christmas film? I think it's a Christmas film. We have Tony on the front, and you can take away my house, all my tricks and toys, but one thing you can't take away, I am Iron Man. There's the inside. For the Dark World, I would try to rank all of my MCU movies in order of most loved to least loved. That would take some serious work. I've always said that there isn't, for me personally, there's not one single movie in the MCU so far that I actually dislike. And I do enjoy every single one of them. I mean, obviously some are considerably better than others, but I don't think any of them are bad. That being said, this is probably one of my least favourites, although it does have one of my most favourite lines when Kat Denning, because I can't remember her character's name, goes meow meow. So yeah. So there we have Loki and Thor. You lied to me, I'm impressed. Yes. How many times has Loki died now? I need to watch the Loki series, actually. So we have Captain America, the Winter Soldier, arguably one of the best, and the Russo brothers' entry into the series. There we have Captain America. Before we get started, does anyone want to get out from the fight in the lift? Guardians of the Galaxy. Wow, this one's fantastic. There's the Power Stone, several Guardians of the Galaxy, and we are Groot. We are indeed Groot. And we have Age of Ultron. Is this the weakest Avengers movie? It might be. It's still very good though. Yeah, I think I still really, like I said, I enjoy all of these. There's Ultron and Peace in Our Time. Next up we have Ant-Man. Oh, Ant-Man. I've pretty much had to accept that when it comes to Pym particles and the way physics works with them, someone either doesn't know or that they are lying, because you can't have it both ways. Ant-Man either does weigh the same whether he's big or small, or he can't ride on an ant. Like, it doesn't make sense. Which is where the Pym particles did it mean comes from, I guess. Like, the tank that Hank Pym has, should weigh the same as a tank, right? But it doesn't. And like the Thomas the Tank Engine should weigh almost nothing, except when it does and doesn't. And Ant-Man should either break the floor or not get washed away by water, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm Ant-Man. What? You haven't heard of me? Oh yeah, I will show you the inside also. So yeah, Ant-Man makes no goddamn sense. You have to just come to the conclusion that either Hank was lying when he told him how it worked, or he doesn't really know. I don't know which. Captain America Civil War, which is really like Avengers 2.5. Introduction to Spider-Man. And I don't know if you've ever been in a fight before, but there's usually not this much talking. Yes, Spider-Man doesn't shut up, does he? So, that's that one. Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch. Oh, wow. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Me and my wife basically have this constant thing. Whenever one of us wants something from the other one, we just say Dormammu. And and then the other one of us just like goes, "What are you offering?" So if she's got like something I want, or vice versa, we just go Dormammu. Does anybody else do that? Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Possibly the single greatest intro to any of the Avengers movies. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Yes. And one of the best endings, too, with Cat Stevens' use of now father and son. I do have a cat right here, if you were wondering. Hi, Raven. Right, what are we up to? Black Panther. I've still only seen this one like twice. I'm definitely due for a full Marvel rewatch, I think. You're a good man with a good heart, and it's hard for a good man to be king. Why is the disc falling out? Ooh. Yeah, there's Black Panther. Wow, this is a lot of movies. I wonder if the MCU is ever going to just die. I hope it doesn't, because I'm one of these people that, well, those aren't in order. God damn it. I've gone out of order there for some reason. Oh no, never mind, I'm not fixing it now. Spiderman Homecoming. There's those. Spider-Man. This is my chance to prove myself. And there you have the inside, guys. Right, Thor Ragnarok. This is a good one. This is when Thor kind of had a big shift change, and Thor became a much more light-hearted, jovial, joke-making kind of guy. And obviously, Taika Waititi took the franchise in a big new direction, for whatever that's worth, because the new Thor movie is getting an unnatural amount of hate, and I think most people are just jumping on the bandwagon of hating it for the sake of hating it. I watched it last night and I actually really enjoyed it. I will conclude that the movie does switch between drama and comedy a little bit too liberally, and also that it is a filler movie, but I don't really have a problem with that. So it sounds like you had a pretty special and intimate relationship with this hammer, and that losing it was almost comparable to losing a loved one. Yes, because the hammer pulled him off. Infinity War. A good case could be made for this being the best of the whole series. I don't know. I some of them are just so like so good. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look, it's disappearing. The hardest choices require the strongest wills. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of the most rewatchable in the franchise, I think. If you're into like rewatching films, some people don't seem to be. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I believe I've only seen this one twice too. It's not bad. This would probably be down there with the Dark World for me. It's not bad. It's just not as good as some of the better ones. Hold on, you gave her wings. Yes. Captain Marvel, personally, one of my favorites, which is a bit of a controversial take, I think, because it's a lot of people's least favorite. Some people flat out hate it. In fact, when I got the Steelbook the other day from CX, the person that served me was apparently the person that sold it there, and he said he's only seen it once, and he just decided he didn't like it anymore. But he's lost my gain, I guess. But yeah, I personally really enjoy this. I love Brie Larson's performance, which is like kind of cocky funny, kind of I don't care kind of attitude. She has like a certain smugness in her voice when she plays it, and I really like it. So there's Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, and I have nothing to prove to you. I especially love the montage of her getting back up again. One of my favourite moments, and obviously everybody loves Goose. Avengers Endgame, man, this one was good. The eagerly anticipated follow-up, obviously, and everyone was wondering at the time how exactly we fix everything. But yeah, I like this one too. The moment all the portals open, and Captain America says Avengers Assemble, and they hit the score perfect on it. It's so good the way they played the Avengers theme just as the he says Assemble. Like, it just, the audio cuts out for just the briefest of seconds, and then it hits that score home. It's so good. It practically brings a tear to my eye. It's so good. It is phenomenally good. Wow, I really want to watch this now. Just Avengers Assemble. What else do you need? And one could say that it probably should have ended there. It would have been a satisfying conclusion. I guess that like Tony passing the torch on to Peter makes sense to include it in the saga, but I don't know. That's a little bit damaged there. So yeah, it's good. I do enjoy this film. A case could be made for this being the start of Phase 4 instead of the end of Phase 3. I don't know. I'm sure they had their reasons. I think Nick Fury just hijacked our summer vacation. Yeah, I like this one too. And Jake Gyllenhaal is really good as Mysterio in it. So yeah, that's all the movies, guys. And then it's on the other side. So let's turn it around, and can also get a very good shot of the other side of the spines with Thanos and all of the Avengers. It is very nice. So this drops down. It took me a sweet while to find this, actually. And it has, if I can actually pull it out, it has a few extras. It has some bonus discs, which I still haven't watched. All of the cast there. Not cast, production crew, I guess. So yeah, it has a bunch of bonus features, which I probably should watch. I don't watch nearly enough bonus feature discs on any of my films, and I do enjoy watching them. And then we have this rather nice envelope. And one thing that it doesn't have that I know the American one did, it had like a numbered card, I believe. But it has like some nice art cards and some autographs. Well, not real autographs, they're printed, but and like a letter of thank you. And that, my friends, is Infinity Saga Complete Collection Box Set, the UK version. And is it worth £400? I don't don't think it was. Unfortunately, I don't regret buying it. I will say that. And if you could pick one up secondhand, I mean, I know that there probably are some at CX. And if you could find one for a reasonable price secondhand and you just wanted the films, I definitely think a case could be made to buy them. Because it is a rather nice set. I have it underneath my TV on my it's not really a TV stand, but I have it underneath my TV, and it is nice, and it is a nice like centerpiece. But I don't quite think it's worth the price. If it was just a little bit better, if it was like wood instead of cardboard, if these were mini steelbooks instead of cardboard digipacks, if so many ifs, but it's not bad. But there is, like I said, there is a reason that I decided to start collecting the steelbooks too, because they just, as a set, look so much nicer, and it's a shame. So, is it worth £400? I would say no. If you could get one for less, I would say I would recommend to get it. But if you already have like a good set of steelbooks or just 4Ks, I probably wouldn't get it. It's not quite worth the asking price. So yeah, that's the Infinity Saga box set, guys. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please consider liking and subscribing. Please follow me on TikTok and Instagram. If you have any requests of anything you would like for me to do a closer look of, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Hi, Raven. And yeah, we have a very good one coming up next week, guys. The Rambo Saga Collectors Box, which has been done by the Everything Blue team. So absolutely, I will be doing that if you want to see that. And on that note, guys, I think that just about does it.